Before this video begins, full credit for the gameplay in the background goes to Too Zany, and full credit for the music in the background goes to Miyu. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong, but the credit goes to him for the music. If you could do me a favor and check out these channels, I would be grateful. Thank you. Just one more thing, guys. Most of you, I'm talking to you haters, enjoyed my first Season 0 creepypasta, so I figured why not make another one, cause I felt that the last one was a bit inconclusive, so why not bring it together with a whole story? Anyway, I will leave you to it. Okay. Sorry. Turns out, Bloody Bear was actually... Hi, but just in case you're wondering, I'm not the guy from the video. Sadly, that recording was his last found footage. He decided to dig deeper, and the reason I'm doing this now is because I found his video. I found that video that he posted explaining all the stuff that happened in Season 0. But I just saw a pink flash, and then all of a sudden, Look, the point is, he's gone, and I'm taking over now, okay? I'm continuing what he started. Okay, so I found this old abandoned house on Google Earth. I found it by the coordinates sent by little hints in certain Season 0 related stuff. Now, I'm not sure if this has anything to do with Season 0, but I'm going to check it out anyway, to see if it is actually connected to the disappearances and the death of the beta tester. Okay, turns out that house contains more secrets than I ever would have known if I hadn't gone there. Look, the reason that I wasn't recording while I was there was because, for some reason, the camera, when I stepped inside of the house, it said property of Epic Games, and it stopped my recording, which frustrated me. But I'm not about to let a little paranormal glitch stop this investigation. That's why I'm gonna tell you guys what happened at that house. So after I pushed my way through bushes, trees, and leaves, I finally saw the house. I approached the two giant wooden doors, and I rang the doorbell. Although the bell didn't go easily, it was a big old rusty button. I had to use a lot of strength in my arms to push it. It felt like it hadn't been used in years. But I don't know what I was thinking. Of course I wasn't gonna get an answer from the doorbell. As the long, dormant, rusty noise of the doorbell rang around the house, I summoned up my courage, and I pushed open the two large wood doors. Although unlike the doorbell, these doors felt like they had been used in recent times. When I looked through the door, I saw that the house looked like it used to belong to someone rich. Keyword used to. The place was now all dark, run down, and abandoned. I walked across the filth-covered carpet, up to the spiral stairs. Up there, I saw 3 doors without having to walk down the hallway. When I got up the stairs, I saw a lot more doors down the hallway, but I decided to stick to the ones closest to me. I opened the door in front of me, and I saw it was a pool, an indoor pool. However, the pool was all empty. But inside of the pool, there was a tape. It read, "The Mistake," but the tape's title was written in blood. There was actually a collection of these tapes scattered around the house. I actually brought storage to collect anything that I might have found. So I decided to put all the tapes in my little bag and take them and watch them, seeing as I still had a VHS tape player, because I was born around then. But after I went through various rooms and collected the tapes, this is when the freaky stuff that made me run out of that house happened. After I got the last VHS tape tucked under the stairs in the foyer, I heard a sort of scraping metal sound. I knew this could only be one thing. Bloody Bear. It was coming from the outside, so I had time to hide. I quickly ducked under the stairs. Then I heard the door open, and a deep male voice humming the old Fortnite song. He went up the stairs, but I shifted my leg, and that made noise. So he stopped right on top of me. But he didn't stop humming the song. He continued, But then he turned around, and he laughed to himself. Probably nothing. I was caught up in the moment, so I went to follow him. When he went into a room, what I can only assume is the bedroom, I looked through the peephole, and I saw him taking off his bear costume head. He looked at it and said, "We certainly made a killing today." After that, I had most certainly seen enough, so I went to leave, but my arm must have bumped something, 'cause I heard him suddenly put the bear costume back on and rush out the door. As he was walking around the house, I looked for a place to hide. I ducked into a closet. He was walking around the house saying things along the lines of, "You know, this is a bit like when Fortnite was going to be a horror title." I then heard footsteps in front of where I was hiding. He then suddenly ripped open the doors to the closet. He was about to stab me, but I kicked him in the stomach. That sent him back, so I had time to run. I dashed out the doors and into the woods. He gave chase, but not for long. But now that we're here, why don't we have a look at those tapes? Okay, I was going to show you the tapes, but a lot of them were just too violent and graphic to show. But I'll try and describe them to you as best I can. The first one, it wasn't too bad, but I felt really bad for him. It was him not knowing that Fortnite wasn't going to be a horror title anymore. That's why he made all that stuff, because he didn't know it was going to be switched to Battle Royale. So, when he was fired, he also lost his girlfriend because of all the stuff he created. He was so scarred. So, now that he's lost everything in his life, he went off the rails crazy. The next tape featured him standing outside someone's house. He then looked at the camera and said, "If what I did was such a mistake, why not take it all back?" He then entered the person's house, came up behind them, and just as he was about to stab them in the neck, it cut to static and ended. I think I know what the beta tester was about to say. He was about to say that Bloody Bear was the employee that added all the stuff. His life went in such a downward spiral that he ended up trying to apologize for his mistake, but he didn't know how, and that led him to do some bad things. To summarize, I really admire the beta tester for having the courage to be able to come out and say all this stuff, despite him knowing the danger that was going to follow if he did.